Our world grows stranger with each passing day, as the impossible and once dismissed myths creep into reality before our very eyes. Tonight we're diving into several disturbing encounters, shocking people around the internet. Before we begin, a warning. The last story is truly shocking. This snowboarder captured something so chilling that it left the whole internet buzzing with fear and curiosity.
What the hell?
While snowboarding down a hill in the Pacific Northwest, they spotted a strange black figure strolling through the nearby woods. Covered in black hair and walking with a humanoid posture, this creature didn't resemble anything that should belong in those forests.
What the hell?
The comments are divided. Some are convinced this is a Bigfoot sighting, while others believe it could be something even more terrifying. What do you think? This Reddit clip shows a security camera catching what seems to be an invisible intruder. In the footage, a footprint appears in the driveway snow out of nowhere. While one print is already visible, the second just magically forms, as if something unseen is casually strolling through the snow. If you want a logical explanation for it, maybe the wind blew fresh snow off an older print, as you can see one already there. Still, it's an impressive and eerie catch. This convenience store worker was recording his after-work routine when something terrifying happened. A TikTok user uploaded a video of a convenience store worker closing the store while recording his after-work routine. However, when he placed the camera on a shelf to film himself, a shadow passed from the other side of the shelf. What makes this even creepier is that the store was completely empty. As he was closing, there shouldn't have been anyone else in there except him. So, what in the world was that? A thief? Or maybe something far more horrifying and sinister? This driver decided to check out an abandoned house while passing by, and it turned into the most horrifying mistake of his life.
Holy fuck. What? Go.
Out of curiosity, they slowed down and shined a spotlight on the house. As they were checking it out, the friend holding the camera spotted something chilling. A figure peeking through the doorway, staring directly at them.
Holy fuck.
What?
Go.
That haunting stare felt like it pierced straight into their souls. Safe to say, they won't be pulling a stunt like that again anytime soon. This dad drove his kids to the park, but before they could step out of the car, they saw something that changed their minds.
This is real. Look at this. There's no wind out here right now.
This happened at a park in Rhode Island, where a dad pulled up with his kids. While still in the car, they noticed a swing moving strangely on its own. There was no wind as the other swings remained still, and the nearby trees were completely calm.
This is real. Look at this. There's no wind out here right now. Ain't nobody here, dude. This ain't a joke.
The bizarre sight left the family thinking something supernatural might be at play. What do you think? An unusual natural phenomenon, or something truly chilling? This guy returned to the ruins of his house after the flood, but it wasn't the house that caught his attention. It was something else.
No sé si sea murciélago o qué sea.
What you just saw was lying on the floor. It had a strange, alien-like shape with a face that seemed part human and part some other species. The guy recording was terrified, wondering where the hell it came from.
Mira, andamos demoliendo una casa. Ya, está. No sé si sea murciélago o qué sea.
I did some digging and found out that it's most likely a stingray. The flood might have brought it there, and over time, it dried up like that. Still, it's pretty creepy to see, especially since I've never seen a dried stingray before. Even in 2025, if you still believe aliens don't exist, you might be living under a rock and probably haven't seen this video. This video comes from the USA, where a man captured what looks like a fleet of UAPs hovering in the sky in a systematic manner. It appears they are observing and studying the social life of US citizens from above. Some might say these are just drones, which could be true, as I've also heard the government is trying to use drones to spy on citizens. But even if that's the case, it's still pretty creepy, to say the least. If the last video wasn't enough to satisfy you about extraterrestrial existence, this next video from Russia will surely do. The video you just saw comes from Russia, showing what looks like a laser beam shooting toward the ground from a large, glowing, unknown source. It almost seems like a UFO trying to suck something off the ground, or maybe sending something down to it. I'm just as confused as the people in the video watching this. It could be someone using a strong laser from the ground, but then what the heck is that big orb in the sky? I think they're coming. If you think the cheetah is the fastest creature on Earth, you haven't seen this video. This video was uploaded on TikTok, showing a beachgoer confused about what they spotted. There was something moving incredibly fast in the water, zipping through it like a flash. You can catch a glimpse of its upper body as it speeds by. TikTok users are going wild with speculations. Some are saying it's a blue marlin, while others think it's a bird flying low. However, for me, and for most of us, this is the first time seeing something so fast and massive in the sea, and it's downright terrifying. There are a lot of UFO and UAP spotted videos on the internet, but this woman managed to capture a freaking alien octopus.
What? Can you keep driving? It looks like an alien.
In the video, we can see a strange creature with tentacles flying in the sky. It looks pretty big, judging by the distance it was recorded from, and its size in the video. The way it moves is reminiscent of an octopus swimming through the water.
Keep driving. Is it a drone?
It looks like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but it's probably a real video. However, this thing might not be what it seems. It's actually a sky octopus kite, and they look like giant octopuses flying in the air, wiggling their tentacles. Still, if I saw that hovering over my head, I'd be running the hell out of there, that's for sure. We've seen tons of UFO videos online, but have you ever seen one where a UFO actually gets hit by a missile? This footage, from outside a military base in Afghanistan, shows multiple glowing UAP orbs hovering in the sky. Even after being struck by what looks like a missile, these orbs morph back into shape. When the camera switches to normal vision, you can see the multicolored orbs moving in perfect sync. As it zooms in, they appear to be transparent circles, yet there's something eerie about them, as if they're alive. It's like they're spying on the base. The missile does nothing. The movement and structure make no sense, and even Redditors are scratching their heads, trying to figure out what these things really are. They say, don't rush. But for this woman, rushing might have just saved her life.
Get into her apartment before it's too late. A creep bolts.
This incident was also covered by TV channels. It all started when this woman arrived home at 2 a.m. after work and noticed a shady man following her. She sensed something was off, but didn't realize he was following her into her building. As she rushed to her apartment and tried to open the door, the man charged toward her. But luckily, she got inside just in the nick of time, slamming the door shut seconds before he reached it. He tried to open the door and called out to her, but the woman wisely stayed quiet and called the authorities.
Long day at work. She says she noticed the stranger lurking, that he's right behind her. After her, she gets inside in the nick of time.
Just watching this video unsettles me, imagining what could have happened if the man had managed to enter the apartment. The takeaway from this video is always be aware of your surroundings, because you never know when something like this might happen. There is a conspiracy theory that the California fire isn't the work of nature, and this video might prove it.
There's a plane. What the fuck is that?
This man was watching the news when he was shocked to notice what looked like a UFO. In the video he recorded, we can see an unknown object zip past the California fire, while the news report just ignored it. For comparison, you can see a plane flying over the fire, but this thing moves with the speed of a bullet.
There's a plane. What the fuck is that?
While going through the comments, I found a logical explanation that this might be an advanced stealth drone, the Lockheed Martin RQ-170, which they might be testing near the fire, as Lockheed Martin has an air facility in the Antelope Valley, very close to LA. Even if it's that, the fact that this thing could go that fast is incredible. This Reddit user shared a haunting video of their friend capturing a bizarre object hovering silently in the sky. An object so strange, it's left the entire internet questioning reality. This laser-like thing was captured at 9 p.m. in Brazil, traveling through the sky. It doesn't seem like any aircraft or satellite we've seen before. It just looks like a glowing worm slowly moving across the sky. I was a bit confused and weirded out seeing this, but someone did an analysis on the video and claimed that it might be a new launch of a Starlink satellite. When Starlink launches new satellites, within hours of the launch, it starts as a short, blue-white luminous line that arcs across the sky slowly. A day later, it will look the same, but longer. Within a couple of days, you can make out the individual satellites, and they keep spreading out. Even though it's a satellite, the fact that it looks like a glowing worm is still pretty creepy. Nature is often serene, but every so often, it reveals its eerie, unpredictable side, like this unsettling localized cloudburst that feels almost otherworldly. This video comes from India, where a group of villagers noticed a strange beam of water coming down from the sky. At first, it looked like a small tornado, but when it reached the ground, it transformed into water. The whole village was shocked by it. as it was concentrated in one spot, and it seemed like the entire cloud just exploded. Don't worry, this isn't the end of times. It's a phenomenon called a localized cloudburst. It's a sudden, intense burst of rainfall that occurs in a specific area, often in mountainous regions. It results in a large volume of rain falling in a short period, leading to flash floods and potential damage to infrastructure. After seeing this next video, you might think twice before crashing on the couch after an argument with your husband. This video was uploaded by a homeowner from the night he had a verbal argument with his wife, and she went to sleep on the couch. While she was sleeping, the camera caught an orb passing by. At first, the homeowner thought it was just a dust particle, but the next day, this happened. It definitely seems like this house is haunted, and whoever or whatever haunts it doesn't seem to like verbal arguments between couples. That's for sure. Diving seems fun, and all, until you encounter nature's very own beast underwater. This video was captured by two scuba divers who discovered a giant anaconda chilling underwater. This thing was massive. Just look at how thick and lengthy it is. It was just resting there, and when it noticed the divers, it got a bit curious before deciding to leave. Despite anacondas not being venomous, they can hurt a person in much worse ways. And if this happens underwater, things could go terrifyingly wrong.
Sleep paralysis. A living nightmare for so many. It's already horrifying on its own, and science reassures us it's all in our heads. But what if it's not? This next video might make you question that. This video comes from someone who regularly suffers from sleep paralysis. After one particularly terrifying night, he discovered something eerie, red handprints on his wall. As the video plays, you can see these handprints are upside down and scattered all over. They look human-like, but strangely, they're not in pairs, just single random prints. And here's the creepiest part. When he lifts a poster on the wall, another handprint is revealed beneath it. The uploader believes these prints are linked to his sleep paralysis, as they only appeared after that night. It's weird because sleep paralysis is supposed to be a trick of the mind, but this makes it feel like something could be happening for real, right in your room, while you're unable to move. Nature always has a way of surprising us, and sometimes those surprises are just breathtaking, like these mesmerizing clouds that appeared over the Atacama desert. Beautiful, right? This video was taken by a driver traveling through the Atacama desert in Chile who couldn't help but capture the sky's unusual display. In the footage, you'll notice an incredible cloud formation that almost looks too perfect to be real. These clouds are long, almost symmetrical, and spaced out in an oddly organized way. As the camera pans, you can see that they stretch endlessly across the horizon. So what exactly are these? After a little research, I found out that these are called roll clouds. While they don't always look this striking, roll clouds are a fascinating meteorological phenomenon. They often signal the approach of bad weather, anything from strong winds to thunderstorms, or even tornadoes. Nature's way of giving us a heads up in the most beautiful way possible. Tornadoes are terrifying enough on their own, but nature seems to have taken things up a notch by introducing something even more menacing: fire tornadoes, and this video captured one in all its fiery glory.
Jesus amado.
This intense footage was recorded by a farmer who stumbled upon what can only be described as a scene straight out of a nightmare. In the video, you can see a massive swirling tower of fire reaching up to the sky, moving just like a regular tornado. But this isn't just any tornado. It's a fire tornado, or fire-nado. As it swirls, it leaves a trail of flames behind, looking like the apocalypse itself is unfolding. While regular tornadoes bring destruction with their powerful winds, this fiery version ups the ante with not just wind, but smoke, heat, and flames, all combining into one deadly force. These are known as fire whirls. Fire whirls form when a wildfire, or particularly intense firestorm, generates its own wind, creating large swirling vortices of fire. So now we've got wind, fire, and destruction. There are moments in life when we all find ourselves in awkward or sticky situations, but this poor guy's predicament might just take the cake. And unfortunately, no one seemed to be rushing to his rescue. Somebody help that poor guy. This video was recorded by a woman during a casual fishing trip when she noticed a hilariously bizarre situation unfolding on a bridge. In the video, you can see a man hanging off the side of the bridge. But that's not even the weirdest part. If you look closely, there's a giant fish clamped onto his. Well, his bum. Yep, you saw that right. This fish is seriously latched on, and this poor guy is left hanging there, quite literally, with the extra weight of the fish dragging him down. How did he end up in this mess? Maybe he slipped while fishing, and as he dangled there, the fish decided to take a bite out of him. Whatever the cause, someone really needs to help this guy out. He's in a pretty fishy situation. When it comes to playing tricks on the mind, magicians are absolute masters. I honestly don't know how they come up with such incredible and almost unbelievable illusions, just like this one. This creepy video was filmed by a tourist who thought they were witnessing the rise of some kind of abomination. In the clip, we see a table being pushed forward by what looks like a pair of human legs, with only a torso, no upper body attached. Meanwhile, what appears to be a robotic upper half, complete with a head, is holding on top of the table, guiding it. It's a truly bizarre sight, with the legs looking human, but the upper part looking fully robotic, made of steel. The crowd around the scene looks just as confused and freaked out as you'd expect. But after doing some digging, I found out that the real trick lies in the table itself. Apparently, it's hollow and specifically designed with multiple hidden compartments to accommodate the upper half of a performer who's actually moving the whole thing. The robotic's upper body, totally fake. Even though it's just an illusion. Have you ever seen what a 20-car sandwich looks like? If you're confused about what I mean, this next video is going to clear things up and shock you at the same time. This video captures a bizarre accident where 20 cars were literally sandwiched by a falling wall. In the footage, you can see a long line of parked cars, all in a row, as a concrete wall comes crashing down on them, obliterating their roofs and bending them to one side. What's even weirder is that all these cars look pretty identical, which makes me think they might belong to some cab service or something similar. But still, that's an insane amount of damage. The person recording appears to be in some kind of lifting equipment or crane, probably there to help with the cleanup. This video serves as a stark reminder that we can't predict what might go wrong at any moment. Even the bravest among us can get spooked by Mother Nature's raw power. This next clip is sure to give you chills thinking about nature. Believe it or not, this isn't a scene from a science fiction movie, but real footage captured by a tourist on a beach. The video opens with a seemingly ordinary beach scene, but the dark, fast-moving clouds hint at something ominous. Suddenly, a swirling vortex emerges from the menacing clouds, crashing down onto the ocean surface with a resounding boom. That's right, a tornado forming right before our eyes in just 3 seconds. This phenomenon, known as a waterspout, is a whirling column of air and water mist that forms over water. There are actually 2 types of waterspouts: fair weather waterspouts, which are less dangerous, and tornadic waterspouts, which are essentially tornadoes that form over water or move from land to water. The one in this video appears to be a tornadic waterspout, making it all the more awe-inspiring and nerve-wracking. Have you ever seen something so strange it makes you question reality? This next video is exactly that.
I'm scared!
This bizarre clip comes from a homeowner who heard a faint tapping noise on her front door. Assuming it was her child, she grabbed her phone to record, but what she captured is truly out of the ordinary. The video shows a strange, slug-like creature clinging to the glass door with a mysterious, string-like material. The creature's slimy exterior and undulating movements are certainly alien-looking. Its body has a vaguely snake-like quality, but it also resembles a slug. The most unusual detail is the string attaching it to the door, seemingly acting as an anchor. While the exact nature of this creature is unclear, some viewers have offered a more logical explanation. It's possible this is a spider or similar insect entangled in a web with a harmless snake or worm caught alongside it. Regardless of the explanation, this homeowner definitely got a shock. Let's just say, if I saw something like that on my front door, I'd be using the back door for a very long time. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Our minds are wired to create narratives. See a hand? We conjure up stories about its origin. But this video from Thailand will leave you genuinely spooked and guessing. This unsettling clip comes from a homeowner in Thailand who noticed something strange on his roof. The video shows a small gap between the roof and a wall. But what truly sends shivers down your spine is what appears from this opening: a hand. The hand itself is the stuff of nightmares. With 5 distinct human-like fingers and unnaturally sharp nails, it appears to be reaching out, grasping for something unseen. Its black, textured skin vaguely resembles a primate's hand, but I am certain no monkey I know sports such menacing claws. So, whose hand is it? The homeowner seeks answers in the comments below. Share your thoughts. What do you think this creepy appendage belongs to? This next clip, captured in 2006 in British Columbia, recounts the unforgettable experience of two brothers during a camping trip.
Wait, stay back!
The footage, recorded by one of the brothers, initially captures a large dark figure in the distance, prompting them to assume it was a bear. However, upon closer examination, they quickly realized it wasn't a bear at all, prompting a hasty retreat. Upon returning to the same spot later on, they discovered massive footprints in the ground, resembling those of an exceptionally large creature. In the first video, the brothers describe seeing a dark figure behind the bushes, standing at an imposing 6 feet tall, hunched over, and seemingly fixated on them. However, upon their return, the figure was nowhere to be found. While some speculate it could have been a massive black bear, the footprints they discovered cast doubt on this theory. Could this encounter have been with Bigfoot or something even more ominous? The mystery remains. Nature never ceases to astound us, especially when it comes to the mysteries lurking beneath the waves. Like this bizarre creature you're about to witness. Now, before you start thinking we've stumbled upon an extraterrestrial visitor, let me assure you, this creature hails from the depths of our very own oceans. In the video, we see someone picking up a shell from the ground, only to reveal the surreal, alien-like appendages of this creature wriggling and moving about. It's enough to make you think you've stepped onto the set of an alien movie. But fear not, for this is none other than the humble horseshoe crab. Despite its intimidating appearance, the horseshoe crab is essentially an armored box on the move. Its body is divided into 3 distinct sections, encased within a hardened exoskeleton that provides protection and support. While its appearance may be otherworldly, rest assured, it's a bona fide denizen of our oceans. Still, there's no denying the eerie aura surrounding these creatures. As fascinating as they are, I think it's safe to say we'd prefer them to remain where they belong, in the depths of the ocean, far away from our shores. Imagine you're enjoying a peaceful afternoon in your backyard, soaking up the sunshine, when suddenly you spot something straight out of a horror movie, a half-eaten, zombie-like bug. That's exactly what this next video brings. This unsettling scene was captured by a homeowner in his backyard, where he stumbled upon a cicada that looked like it had seen better days. With its body torn open and its internal organs nowhere to be found, you'd think this cicada would be down for the count. But nope, it's still kicking, or rather walking, as if nothing's wrong. Now people on the internet are screaming zombie virus left and right. But let me tell you, the reality is even creepier. Turns out, this unfortunate cicada has fallen victim to the Massospora virus, a parasite that consumes it from the inside out, then manipulates its behavior to drive it to mate. Yep, you heard that right. This poor cicada is now unwittingly playing wingman, trying to attract mates despite its less than attractive appearance. But hey, I don't think anyone's lining up to swipe right on this cicada anytime soon. Good luck finding a mate, buddy. You're gonna need it. Ever feel a prickle on the back of your neck? A sense you're not truly alone. Maybe it's just a draft, or perhaps something more. This spine-chilling video, captured by a security camera in a hallway, documents a truly bizarre encounter. Watch closely as a woman enters the hallway, seemingly absorbed in her phone. Suddenly, without warning, a pot inexplicably topples over at the far end of the corridor. The woman halts in her tracks, visibly startled. And then it happens. A swift, unseen force rushes past her, disturbing her hair as if carried by a gust of wind. The woman's reaction speaks volumes as she bolts from the scene in terror, leaving behind a lingering sense of unease. What was that unseen presence? The woman's apprehension suggests she felt its presence even before it made its presence known. Some may argue it was merely a draft, but how could a breeze find its way into a closed-off hallway with such force? It's a puzzling and unsettling incident, one that leaves us grappling with questions and searching for answers in the realm of the unexplained. Newborn puppies are usually the epitome of cuteness, with their tiny legs, big eyes, and adorable antics. But let me tell you, folks, this little pup was unlike anything I've ever seen before. Yep, you're seeing it right. That's a puppy, believe it or not. This footage comes straight from a veterinarian's office, where a puppy was born, but let me tell you, it wasn't your average cuddly cunning. In the video, you'll notice this pup is a bit, well, weird. It's sporting a single eye smack dab in the middle of its face instead of the usual pair, and not one, but two tongues poking out of its mouth. And it's also missing a nose, looking like something straight from another planet. Turns out, this little guy was dealing with something called cyclopia, a rare birth defect caused by abnormalities in brain development. While it's fascinating to see such a unique creature, let's not forget that these anomalies can pose serious challenges for these animals' quality of life. That's why I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that the vet has stepped in to lend a helping hand. Because honestly, looking at this pup, I'm not sure it could navigate even a week. Always lock your car doors. I'm not just talking about carjackers. There are some wild beasts in nature that have evolved to get inside.
If it was unlocked, they would. Look, he's pulling. Oh my god. He's in their car. Oh, he's trapped. Oh my god. He's trapped in their car.
This incredible video was recorded by a driver and later uploaded online. In the footage, we see a curious black bear sauntering toward a parked car. As it approaches the front door, the bear surprisingly stands up on its hind legs and casually opens the door. Yep, it was unlocked. The bear then slips inside, and the door swings shut behind it, trapping the furry intruder. It's likely the bear was just on the hunt for a snack, but now it's locked inside the vehicle. Imagine the owner's reaction when they return to find this ferocious and unexpected surprise waiting for them. So please, take my advice and lock your doors. Wild animals are more cunning than you think. There's a fine line between being overly confident and downright reckless, and this pilot seems to completely obliterate that line while recording this clip. What you just witnessed comes from a pilot with a questionable idea, recording a tornado as it begins to form. In the video, we see the pilot circling around a swirling column of air extending ominously toward the ground, resembling a land spout tornado in the making. It's an incredible sight, but let's be real. The pilot is way too close for comfort. Tornadoes can form in an instant, and in the blink of an eye, they transform into massive beasts capable of sucking everything in their path. Luckily, this daring pilot made it out okay, but seriously, what was he thinking? If you hate worms, I recommend you skip this next video because it showcases your worst nightmare on a grand scale.
是不是？
对，这样。
我们走旁边，走旁边，走旁边。
Absolutely terrifying. This video, uploaded on YouTube, captures what looks like a river of creepy crawlies migrating to who knows where. As we watch, thousands, no, tens of thousands, of these wriggling creatures form a caravan, and they are seriously large. As the cameraman zooms in, we realize that these aren't just any ordinary worms. They're centipedes. It's likely they're migrating to a damp area, but just imagine, you're lying there in their path, and suddenly they're all crawling over you. The thought alone is pure nightmare fuel. Having security cameras installed at home usually provides a sense of safety, but occasionally, they can capture scenes that evoke the opposite feeling. In this 2019 video from a house's security camera, the backyard of the house initially appears normal. However, something catches the eye in the background, a being moving in a peculiar way. This creature has long hands, tiny legs, and uses its hands for walking. It doesn't resemble any known animal or human, leaving viewers puzzled. Some viewers suggest it could be the rake or a skinwalker due to its appearance, but I doubt that. The rake and skinwalker typically move on all fours like animals, so my guess is that this might be a nightcrawler, known for their slightly elongated arms. Our forests are full of mysterious creatures, and this Canadian video adds to the sightings. The footage captures a distant view of the Canadian woods, revealing a strange humanoid creature crouching within. It remains in a crouched position, potentially waiting for something or someone to pass by, hinting at a possible intention to attack. The creature's long arms give it an intimidating appearance, and at times it seems to be signaling someone to either follow or stay low. It's conceivable that this creature is part of a group, possibly gathered for hunting. As the cameraman continues recording, he pans the camera toward a cyclist approaching the figure. When he turns the camera back to the creature, it mysteriously disappears, and the video concludes. Upon zooming in, the creature's strange body texture and a lizard-like head become apparent. Based on these features, to me, this creature looks like it could be a lizard man. Ever seen those alien-like worms from movies? This video brings you footage of something similar. Recorded by a villager after rain, it shows a worm in the mud, initially appearing normal. The creature undergoes a transformation when touched by the villager. Root-like webs start growing from its body, expanding rapidly. These web-like structures emerge as a defensive mechanism, triggered when the worm feels threatened. Despite its terrifying appearance, this worm isn't an extraterrestrial invader, but a creature that has existed on our planet for a long time. Belonging to the Nemertea phylum, it's known as the ribbon worm. The ribbon worm uses its web for both capturing prey and as a defense mechanism. So viewers, there's no need to rush to your bunkers. This creature is not an alien. A Reddit user uploaded a video claiming to have captured footage of a cryptid in an abandoned house. In the shared footage, the explorers are seen navigating the abandoned house, but the front door is locked. Undeterred, the curious cameraman spots a small opening at the top of the door and inserts his camera to record the interior. The camera captures a dark hallway, and at the end of it, a figure with glowing eyes is standing, staring back at the camera. The cameraman, focused on extending his hand to get a better shot, remains unaware of the creature. The mysterious figure continues to stare for a while before suddenly charging towards the camera. Unknowingly, the man recording pulls out his camera, just as the creature is about to attack. In the video, viewers can even catch a glimpse of the creature's claw as the explorer retrieves the camera. While it's challenging to discern details due to the darkness, it's clear that whatever this creature was, its sudden charge suggests that its motives were anything but innocent. Have you ever seen those sci-fi movies where enormous space squids soar through the sky, causing terror? Well, there's a video circulating that seems to capture a real-life version of that scenario. Taken from a plane, the footage shows something massive and squid-like in the distance, resembling a giant squid with its upper body and long tentacles. At one point, it even looks like two separate creatures as it turns. The body appears to thin out, and then the video abruptly ends. Upon closer examination, some speculate that it could be contrails from a plane. However, there's no visible aircraft nearby, and if it were contrails, they should have dissipated after a few minutes when the plane moved on. Another suggestion is that it might be a custom-designed squid-shaped kite, but its size makes it improbable to fly in such high altitudes and strong winds. If it isn't one of these explanations, some are entertaining the idea that it could be an unknown alien creature. We're accustomed to thinking that our feline friends are unbeatable when it comes to hunting rats, but this video from Russia might make us reconsider. The footage captures a surprising scene where a massive rat fearlessly charges at a group of 5 cats. None of the cats seem willing to confront or fight the rat, which launches an attack on the cats with full force. The rat starts by going after a black cat, then turns its attention to another cat. Despite the black cat's attempts to retaliate, the rat proves too strong and large for the feline. It jumps around, taking advantage of every opportunity to attack. The entire incident was recorded by a family from the safety of their car, leaving them astonished. It's truly remarkable how nature can be so unpredictable. If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. This video originates from Texas and was shared by a ranch owner who claims to have captured footage of Bigfoot. While taking his morning stroll near a forest lake, the rancher noticed a humanoid figure in the distance. Initially thinking it was a person, he called out, but received no response. The figure remained stationary, prompting the rancher to start recording. The humanoid figure stood there, seemingly doing nothing. The rancher, puzzled by its identity, speculated that it could be Bigfoot. In terms of appearance, the creature seemed quite humanoid, with thick black fur resembling the descriptions of Bigfoot sightings. However, I'm a bit skeptical about it being an actual Bigfoot, because the size of its legs looked more human, and its posture was also quite human-like. So I suspect it might be someone wearing a Bigfoot costume either for a prank or to create an interesting video.
Is that Bigfoot? I can't zoom in any further with this mode.
From spine-chilling clips of skinwalkers, jaw-dropping footage of the elusive Oklahoma Bigfoot, and even eerie videos of alien creatures, a hiker in Oklahoma was out for a casual hike, enjoying the sights, when something in the distance caught his eye. At first, he thought it was just a bear, but as he looked closer, his heart skipped a beat. What he saw wasn't a bear at all. It was something far more unexpected.
This was posted by eman580 on TikTok on October 1st, stating, "Scariest moment of my life."
This video you just watched was recorded by that hiker who stumbled upon a strange Bigfoot-like creature chilling under a tree. In the footage, you can see this large ape-like figure with brownish fur, just lounging under the shade. But here's where it gets weird. The size of this thing is enormous, yet when you get a glimpse of its face, well, it's not exactly what you'd expect. Its face looks oddly humanoid, almost too human for comfort, and its hands, massive human-like hands, make it all the more unsettling. Now, the hiker, and a good portion of the internet, believe this could be a sighting of the infamous Oklahoma Bigfoot. But personally, I'm a bit skeptical. This could very well be someone in a really convincing Bigfoot suit. But even if it is a suit, you've got to admit, whoever made it did a fantastic job because that thing looks eerily real. When we think of river monsters, one of the most famous is the Loch Ness Monster, no doubt. But let's be real, Nessie's existence is still unproven. However, there's another river monster that's very much real, and it's been lurking in our waters for millions of years. Meet the sturgeon. This footage was captured by a group of fishermen who spotted what looked like a massive dragon-like creature swimming beneath their boat. In the clip, you can see the fish's back breaking the surface of the water, covered in thick scale-like ridges, almost identical to the spiny back of a mythical dragon. And let's not forget, the thing is huge. The sheer size and the way it majestically glides through the water is nothing short of mesmerizing. Honestly, it feels like watching some ancient river monster in action. Because technically it is. Sturgeons are a species of fish that have been around for a mind-blowing 175 to 200 million years. They're often called living fossils, and this video is a rare sighting of one surfacing like this. I've got to say, if I ever saw one of these beasts swimming toward me, I'd swear I just encountered a real-life river monster, no doubt about it. Imagine your house is so flooded that you need a boat just to get around. What would you do? Probably call for help, right? Well, how about going on TikTok, just like this man from Tampa did?
Nastiness, that's good. Florida things. Florida man doing Florida things.
This video is a live stream from a Florida resident whose house was completely overtaken by floodwaters. In the video, you can see the inside of his home, submerged under what looks like 4 to 5 feet of water. Instead of panicking, the homeowner is chilling in a plastic raft, casually explaining the situation to his viewers. At one point, he points out some bubbling in the water, which he explains is coming from the foundation. Despite the grim reality, he remains calm as he continues to stream, even showing us outside his window, where the floodwaters are just as high. It's an intense situation, and I really hope this guy got help from the authorities, because as chill as he seems, a situation like this could spiral out of control in the blink of an eye and cause massive destruction. While scrolling through the internet, I stumbled upon a horrifying video that made me rethink ever trusting stray animal sounds at night. Because you never know. It might be something far more terrifying waiting for you. This eerie footage comes from Indonesia, where a family was absolutely traumatized by whatever was trying to get into their yard through the fence. In the video, you can see a bizarre, creepy humanoid figure attempting to squeeze through the bars of the fence, all while emitting strange, unsettling cat-like noises. But here's the disturbing part. The figure has a human-like face that looks half-burned, with completely white, soulless eyes. Its sharp teeth glint in the dim light, and its body is covered in what seems to be cat-like fur. The way this creature lets out those eerie, cat-like sounds makes the whole scene even more unsettling. What in the world is that thing? Could it be a skinwalker trying to mimic a cat to get close? Or is it something even more terrifying and dangerous? Whatever it is, this video left me with chills. Floods are already uncontrollable forces of destruction, but one of the most unsettling, and frankly, disturbing, things they bring with them is the eerie sight of coffins rising from the ground. The video you just watched shows a massive flood tearing through a road, but there's something especially chilling being carried along by the water. As the cameraman zooms in, you're met with a horrifying sight. A coffin floating amidst the rushing floodwaters. The water, moving at a terrifying speed, sweeps the coffin along to who knows where. It's an unsettling image and a grim reminder of the devastation floods can cause. Not only do they destroy the land, but they can also easily dislodge coffins from the ground. sending them drifting away like this. Now, imagine waking up the next morning and finding that coffin in your backyard. What on earth would you even do? April 26, 1986 stands as a haunting reminder of the catastrophic nuclear accident in history. The Chernobyl disaster not only wreaked havoc at the time, but left behind nuclear radiation that still lingers today. But in a shocking twist, scientists have discovered something completely unexpected that may be a solution for all of this. These photos are from the Chernobyl disaster site, showing a strange black fungus growing in one of the most radioactive environments on Earth. While examining the reactor's remains, scientists stumbled upon this mysterious fungus, later identified as cladosporium, clinging to the walls of the reactor. What makes this discovery mind-blowing is that this fungus doesn't just survive in the radiation, on it using the radiation as a source of energy. In the photos, you can even see how the fungus transforms into different colored mushrooms, sprouting from the radioactive ground and walls like something straight out of a science fiction movie. This discovery is groundbreaking because it offers a glimpse of hope in our battle against nuclear radiation. Who knows, this black fungus could be a game changer in cleaning up radiation that we're dealing with now, and will face in the future. I never trust the night. It's the time when everyone's asleep and only the strange and unsettling are awake. This next video is terrifying living proof of just that. What was she doing there? This eerie footage comes from a homeowner who, after waking up for a late night drink, spotted a bizarre figure standing in their backyard. In the video, you can see this creepy lady standing completely still, draped in a white cape, staring directly at the house. She doesn't speak or move much, just sways in this unsettling, unnatural way. Her pale face only adds to the ghostly, spine-chilling vibes. Understandably freaked out, the homeowner called the police, but by the time they arrived, the strange woman had vanished. Who was she, and what were her intentions? It's a good thing the homeowner didn't go outside to investigate, because who knows what could have happened if they had. It's moments like this that remind you, sometimes it's better to stay inside and let the weirdness of the night pass you by. Our minds are funny, always trying to find faces in strange places like clouds or ocean waves. But this video from Oklahoma, well, this one's as clear as day.
7 Skychopper News here, looking at the widespread destruction in the aftermath of the tornado that hit Sunny Hills Trailer Park today.
This next video comes from Oklahoma City, where a devastating tornado ripped through a town, leaving behind a trail of destruction. As a news helicopter flew over the wreckage, it captured something really bizarre amidst the chaos. In the footage, you can see debris scattered everywhere, with trees twisted and uprooted. But if you look closely, something strange stands out. Those trees seem to form the unmistakable image of a face, and not just any face. It looks eerily like the face of Jesus. Naturally, this left people in shock. Some are calling it a sign of the end times, while others think it's just a wild coincidence. Either way, it's pretty mind-blowing how the storm left behind something that looks so divine. Whatever the case may be, it seems this tornado stirred up more than just wind and destruction. A woman was home alone one night, relaxing, when she suddenly heard strange noises coming from her upstairs bathroom. Curious but cautious, she decided to check it out, and what she found gave her the shock of her life. What was that? This video comes from a homeowner who experienced a downright terrifying scene in her bathroom. In the footage, you can see her showing the bathtub where eerie banging sounds are coming from the drain. As she gets closer to investigate, the drain cover suddenly gets pushed aside by a long wire-like object emerging from it. This thing starts spinning around wildly, knocking things over, and moving in an unsettling, chaotic way. At this point, the woman had seen enough. She bolts out of the bathroom and slams the door behind her. But seriously, what just happened? I mean, strange noises are one thing, but what was that bizarre wire-like creature crawling out of the drain? After seeing this, I'm not sure I'd be able to shower in peace again. We all have our own spaces. Humans have their towns and cities, and nature has its own habitats. But then there are people like this guy who just can't seem to respect those boundaries.
Alright, I'm filming. That's a good throw. Oh!
This video comes from a pair of friends out on a hiking adventure. But what they got in return was some instant karma. In the clip, you can hear one friend behind the camera while the other decides it would be hilarious to throw rocks at a hornet hive. They're both laughing and joking about it, until the consequences hit hard.
That's a good throw. Oh!
The friend in front of the camera tosses the first rock, which misses, but the second one hits dead on, knocking the hive into the water. What happens next is exactly what you'd expect.
Second.
Within seconds, we hear panicked screams from the guy who threw the rock as he bolts from the scene. The cameraman quickly realizes he's in trouble too, and soon both are screaming as the hornets seek revenge. And that's where the video cuts off. Honestly, messing with a hornet hive, bad idea. Those hornets got angry, and these guys got exactly the karma they were asking for. This next video was uploaded on Instagram with the caption, "Headache Cursed Desert." And trust me, it's as disturbing as the name suggests. Creepy, right? The video you just watched shows a bizarre, alien-like creature crawling into a shell to sleep. It has a humanoid body shape, but its features are where things get really unsettling. Instead of a head, it has a shell with strange appendages poking out, and its feet look like something you'd see on fish. To make it even weirder, there's some black hair-like stuff sprouting around the upper part of its alien-like body. The entire footage feels like it's been pulled straight out of a nightmare. But don't let your imagination run too wild. It's most likely an artificial generated creature, crafted from some creative prompts. Still, it's crazy and kinda terrifying.
Found this outside in town.
From eerie video captures of cryptids lurking just outside kitchen windows, to spine-chilling evidence of tormented souls, and even clips showcasing Mother Nature in her most bizarre forms. This video, uploaded to TikTok, was captured by a homeowner who kept hearing strange, unsettling noises coming from outside their kitchen. They decided to check the footage from their security camera, which was panned to face the window. At first, everything seemed normal. But then, a disturbingly creepy figure suddenly peeked through the window. This thing looked like it crawled straight out of a nightmare, with its razor-sharp teeth glinting menacingly and eyes glowing with an eerie, unnatural light. Its body was completely bare, just void of any fur. But what truly made my skin crawl was how it peered into the kitchen. If that doesn't send a shiver down your spine, I don't know what will. So next time you're up late, double check those windows. Unless, of course, you're up for inviting whatever that was over for a cup of tea. I wouldn't recommend it though. We've all seen those jaw-dropping flood videos where rushing water sweeps away cars and entire structures. But have you ever watched someone stuck inside a truck right in the middle of it, let me tell you, it's terrifying. This next video comes from a trucker who found himself trapped in the middle of a massive flood in Black Mountain, North Carolina. The water outside is raging, an unstoppable force. But when the driver pans the camera to the inside of his truck, that's when the real horror sinks in. It's nearly full of water. The trucker is practically sitting in a pool, with water rising all the way up to the steering wheel. You can hear his heavy breathing, clearly terrified, realizing his truck might not make it through. The panic in his breathing tells you everything you need to know. This is beyond dangerous. Now, if the area was already flooded and the trucker decided to drive through it, that was a pretty reckless move. But if the flood hit him while he was on the road, then we can't really blame him for this terrifying situation. Either way, this video is a sobering reminder of nature's power and just how helpless even the mightiest vehicles can be against it. There are millions of bug species on our planet, but nature seems to enjoy keeping us on our toes, constantly producing creatures that seem more alien than earthly. And this next one, it really looks like it doesn't even belong on this planet.
Found this outside of the town. In the comments, if you know what type of bug it is. It's like some weird alien bug.
It's definitely an alien bug. This video, uploaded on TikTok by a young lady, shows a bizarre insect that looks like it was plucked straight from a science fiction movie. In the clip, you can see this transparent creature clinging to a branch, and thanks to its see-through skin, we can actually see its internal body. You can spot its strange body parts, including a long, yellow bulge running along its tail and upper section. But things get even weirder. As the video continues, this odd bug starts to expand, almost like it's trying to engulf the entire branch. The yellow bulge stretches in a strange pattern, paired with that transparent, ghostly white body. It's like watching some kind of parasitic organism slowly take over its surroundings. Honestly, when I first saw this, I was convinced we were looking at an alien life form. Naturally, I had to do some digging. The closest I got was a type of flatworm called a planarian, which has soft, flat bodies and striking colors. But even that doesn't quite match the weirdness of what we see in this clip. If anyone has a clue about what this creepy crawly is, drop it in the comments. And hey, if you're an alien tuning in, let us know if this one's from your planet. Imagine you're out on a fishing boat with your friends. What's the worst thing that could happen? Capsizing. Maybe a shark attack, right? Well, there's also this. This video, uploaded on Reddit, shows a group of friends in one of the strangest situations you could imagine on a fishing trip. As the video starts, we see all of them, and the boat, but something's odd. They're not in the boat. Instead, they're clinging to the sides of it, swimming alongside. At first they're laughing, but then the camera pans toward the boat's engine, and that's when things take a turn for the bizarre. The engine is absolutely swarmed with thousands of bees, so many that you can't even see the surface of the engine. It's like the bees have claimed it as their own personal hive, and because of this, these poor guys can't get back on the boat. It's a tense moment. But honestly, how does something like this even happen? Did the bees mistake the engine for their hive? Or maybe these guys accidentally kidnapped their queen bee? Whatever the reason, it's a pretty wild situation. If you are enjoying this so far, consider subscribing, It really helps me keep this channel going. On the night of September 21st, 2024, a man was out for a jog in the park when he spotted something strange. A weird owl perched on a nearby tree, staring straight at him. Curious, he whipped out his camera to zoom in and record it. But the moment he hit record, his heart nearly stopped. The video you just saw was captured by that man. At first glance, we see what looks like a dark, owl-like creature sitting on a tree branch. But as the camera zooms in, it becomes clear. This is no ordinary owl. The thing has a massive body, and disturbingly, it has long human-like legs. Sure, its face resembles an owl, but those branch-like hands and that twisted, bizarre torso, that's where things start to get seriously creepy. And if that wasn't enough, it's staring directly at the camera, making the whole scene even more unsettling. My guess, this might be a skinwalker trying, and failing, to disguise itself as an owl. Whatever it is though, one thing is clear. My guy, you should seriously reconsider your jogging route and timing, because that skinwalker might have its eyes set on you next. I hate dolls, man. I don't know why kids love them so much. There's something about those near-human features that's just chilling. And their eyes, they always feel like they're alive, watching. This next video is a perfect example of what I mean.
Bud!
This video comes from a home nanny cam, and it captured some seriously strange paranormal activity. The homeowner was outside sunbathing when he noticed something moving on the nanny cam feed, right behind a rocking chair. In the clip, we see the homeowner anxiously walk into the room, gripping a plastic piece in his hands like some makeshift shield. He slowly and nervously approaches the rocking chair, where two dolls are resting, staring lifelessly ahead. You can almost feel his fear as he uses the plastic to check around the chair, trying to make sure there's nothing lurking behind it. After finding nothing and feeling a bit more at ease, he turns to leave. But just as he's about to walk out, it happens. The rocking chair moves on its own with those creepy dolls still sitting in it. The moment that chair creaks, the homeowner bolts out of the room, screaming, and the video cuts off right there. I'm telling you, it's those dolls. There's no one else in the room except the owner. So who else could have rocked that chair? These dolls might just be haunted, and after seeing this, I wouldn't want them anywhere near my house. Security cameras are supposed to give us peace of mind, watching over us all the time. But in the dead of the night, sometimes they capture things that do the complete opposite. Things that leave us terrified, like this one. Did you see that? This video comes from an apartment security camera that caught something truly unsettling. A ghostly figure lingering just outside. In the footage, we get a clear view of the area in front of the main door. Everything seems normal at first, but right where the staircase ends, there it is. A figure, all white, standing completely still. It's eerily human-like, just hovering in place. But then, out of nowhere, it vanishes into thin air. The whole thing is creepy beyond words, almost like this ghostly figure was waiting for the apartment owner to step outside. As you'd expect, people who've seen this video are going wild with speculation. Some are convinced it was just a camera glitch, while others say the owner should pack up and sell that apartment immediately. Whatever the explanation, this video leaves you with one burning question. Would you want to stay there after seeing this? Growing up, we all remember the thrill of watching the Ghost Rider movie. The blazing skull, the roaring motorcycle. so fascinating and iconic. While that was pure fiction, the next video might just challenge what we think we know about reality. Could this be Ghost Rider in action? The video you just watched was uploaded on Reddit by a user who titled it the Fire Bike. In this eerie clip, we see a Harley Davidson engulfed in flames, yet it's still moving. There's no rider in sight. But this bike is spinning in circles as if it's possessed, the flames licking at it like something straight out of a nightmare. Also, as the bike circles, it leaves a trail of fire behind, creating a surreal spectacle that's hard to shake off. On the sidewalk, you can spot a helmet and a long-sleeved flannel jacket that looks like it might have caught fire and been yanked off in a hurry. It seems plausible that the rider, caught in this fiery chaos, jumped off just in time, leaving the throttle stuck and the bike still revving. Now, while it might not be the real Ghost Rider, the scene plays out eerily similar to how we envision it. If you squint just right, you might believe for a second that the legendary anti-hero himself is tearing up the street. Legos are undeniably fun to play with. You can create just about anything from those colorful little pieces. But what if I told you that our real world might just be built from tiny Lego blocks too? In this intriguing video, we encounter a bizarre type of rock that, when touched, crumbles into smaller pieces, like a giant Lego set. We see a man gripping this massive stone, and with the slightest pressure, it effortlessly transforms into a pile of tiny rocks. At first glance, it looks like your typical large stone, but beneath the surface lies a network of these miniature formations that turn to dust with a gentle touch. This bizarre phenomenon piqued my curiosity, so I had to dig deeper. It turns out this rock is likely mudstone, which is essentially undercooked shale. Use it for gravel roads and you'll find yourself driving through a cloud of dust when it's dry and slipping through mud when it's wet. Whatever you call it, this rock sure resembles a giant Lego block to me. How wild is it to think that even nature has its own building blocks? The concept of tormented souls exists in every culture and religion. But have you ever wondered what they might be like in real life? This video captures a chilling glimpse into that horror. Believe me, what you just watched isn't a scene from a horror movie. It's a real-life encounter. In this eerie footage, we see a dimly lit tomb as the cameraman approaches. He captions that he heard faint noises, which at first he assumed were made by some sort of animal, but as he drew closer to the tomb, he realized the sounds were something far more unsettling. Cries for help. As the cameraman circles the tomb, the cries grow louder, echoing through the darkness. Suddenly, as he turns, he comes face to face with a shadowy figure that sends chills down his spine. Just as quickly as it appears, the figure vanishes, and the video ends after that. This unsettling encounter was filmed in China, and those who've seen it claim it captures the cries of a tormented soul. Given the haunting sounds and the ominous visuals, it's hard to argue with that interpretation. What do you think? Could this really be a glimpse into the other side? If you got so far in the video, it means you're a dedicated viewer. Thank you. And if you subscribe and hit the bell button, I promise to keep posting these for you to enjoy. Our ocean depths remain largely undiscovered, sparking curiosity about what types of creatures might be lurking in those dark, mysterious waters. Since light can't penetrate that far down, this video may have captured one of those enigmatic beings. In this captivating video, a woman showcases a truly alien-like lizard that she had. As she holds it up, it resembles something straight out of an Alien vs. Predator movie. The lizard's body is entirely transparent, allowing us to see its bones and limbs through its gelatinous, slimy skin. The head has a distinctly bony appearance, and light passes right through it, revealing a tiny, elongated spine that extends to its tail. So, is this some sort of alien lizard? Surprisingly, no. This intriguing creature is a specimen preserved through a process known as diaphanization. Scientists use this method to pigment the bones while turning the rest of the body translucent, resulting in a ghostly, bonefish-like appearance that's undeniably eerie. Some people believe that individuals with extraordinary powers exist among us, hiding in plain sight. I never bought into that idea until I watched this video. Did you notice that? This video was uploaded on Facebook by a user who claims to have captured a possible sighting of a firebender. In the footage, it's nighttime, and a small fire is crackling beside a parked car. But that's not the only reason this video is intriguing. If you focus on the fire for a few seconds, you'll notice a figure materializing within the flames, a silhouette that resembles a small boy. As this figure emerges, it walks right out of the fire as if it's just another ordinary day for it. It's absolutely bizarre, and if you're wondering whether this could be some clever editing, think again. The video quality makes it challenging to fake, and that figure blends seamlessly with the surrounding environment. So, if this is real, and it sure seems like it, maybe we should start believing that firebenders really do walk among us. In old folk tales, the concept of mermaids is a vivid one, but many of us envision them as stunning half-human, half-fish creatures, primarily due to their portrayal in movies. However, this real-life discovery might just shock you. This video comes from a group of researchers who unearthed a rare treasure, skeletal remains that appear to resemble a mermaid. As the footage unfolds, we see that the skeleton features a human-like ribcage. But when it comes to the face, things take a terrifying turn. Its visage is humanoid, yet adorned with long, sharp, predator-like teeth that look capable of biting through metal. As the researchers carefully examine the lower part of the skeleton, we're met with a shocking revelation. Its bones resemble a fishtail, but intriguingly, there are also two oddly humanoid feet at the end. The skeleton itself appears to be in remarkable condition and is impressively long. To top it off, spikes protrude from its head, giving the skeleton an even more ferocious and chilling appearance. If this is what mermaids truly look like, I thank the stars they're gone. For more captivating content like this, click here. Thank you for tuning in.